call me what you want, open invitation. I'm a human being infused with creative vibration, utilizing melodies and visual stimulation. Beats and stories get the glory, you get the relation. I get impatient like a doctor racing. Bullets coming from my soul, my body just a casing.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Paralyzed Artist Podcast. My name's Daniel Brian Alvarez, and today I have one of the comedy homies in the building. I got Joe Mezeraani in the building.
Thank you,
bro?
dude. What up, dude?
Did I pronounce your
fucking
last
killed
name?
it. Yeah, Mezeraani. That was good.
Where you from, Doug? Where's that last name from?
Dude, that last name is Lebanese, but I mean, I feel like I'm a part of an Italian family from all the people that think I'm Italian, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, forget about it.
It's the Z-I at the end and shit.
Yeah. There's a Z in the name. There's an I. Yeah, I know it's bad. But a lot of people, like Persian people have that. Lebanese people have that. They have like the Ani.
Yeah, that's what.
Maz Jabrani.
Yeah.
Jabroni, whatever. No, yeah.
That's what
That
gives
last
it that
name's
Italian fucking sounding
flavor.
Yeah.
And then I'm half Mexican too. Shout out to my mom.
Hey.
Representing Orale, Guadalajara, what's good? Yeah.
Oh, your mom's from Guadalajara?
Mm-hmm.
My dad's like from Jalisco too, real close to Guadalajara.
Okay, cool. So
That's an
go.
interesting combination though.
It's LA.
How it was a LA thing?
Yeah,
It was like the immigrant parents fucking
The
collided in LA.
yeah, they're like, you're an immigrant. You don't speak English? Oh, you don't speak English? All right, let's go.
Your parents didn't.
No,
really...
they did. I'm just joking, but no, they met because my dad was like a car salesman, and he's Middle Eastern. There's only so many jobs that you could go into a stereotype, and so he picked the car salesman, and my mom bought a car from him, and then they went on dates, and
That's crazy. He sold your mom a car.
yeah, I sold her love.
He sold her some love.
He sold her love and 2 kids, and
That's
yeah.
fun. I had a kind of a funny experience like that. I bought a bed.
You fell
from
in
a
love with a
chick.
car salesman?
No, but I fell in love with a
bed salesman?
I bought a bed from her, and then we I started talking to her, and
Oh,
then
shit.
it happened. I
Damn.
tested the bed with her,
Bro.
And we actually, bro, it was crazy because I was actually engaged to her for like a year when I was mad young, bro.
Dude, that's funny. So you were engaged to this girl after buying a bed?
Yeah,
Did you guys fuck on the bed that you bought?
of course, bro. That's the whole. As soon as I was like, this girl's
You didn't even
cute,
wanna
I'm
buy
gonna
a
get her
bed.
number, bro. Nah. I went it was a mattress store. I literally went into a mattress store. Yeah. I was like, somewhere when I made the decision of like, I'm gonna try to get at her. I was like, I'm gonna lay it down on the bed that she sold me, though. That's so funny.
There you go. That's hilarious, bro.
Do you?
I had a similar experience. I'm gonna tell you something real dope. There was a real estate. The real estates that come to your doors
Mhm.
and try to tell you like I'm selling houses. And it was a pretty cute girl. And I was like, hey man, I'm trying to find like apartments. I'm in between housing and shit right now. And I could use like help finding apartments. And I'd also like to take you out on Friday. And bro, she actually like emailed me listings and all this stuff. And dude, like my broke ass, I was like, dude, I can't even show up with it. She's actually gonna find out on the first day how broke I am. So I couldn't even follow up my insecurity, bro. I was like, she's gonna find out that I really am not looking for apartments. Right? I'm in no place. So,
But
yeah,
you
she almost sold me.
You just gotta get to the point where she kind of likes you, bro, and then you could get it. You can be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
know what?
yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm not looking.
I'm looking for a roommate.
I just thought you were trying. You know that?
Yeah,
hit him with
yeah,
that,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Honesty, bro. Just hit him
True
with
that.
the honesty.
You're right. It should be honest. It should start with that.
So
That's why my parents are divorced now, because it didn't start with honesty.
It started with it started with a faulty car or what, bro? Your pop sold your mom a car that ended up getting fucked up,
yeah.
and she had to bring it back so he could fucking
It's
see
like,
her.
this says a lot about
Hey,
you.
what's up, little mamacita?
Oh my god,
That's
funny.
So
That's how we diffuse as comics. Like, we say something real, and they're like, "That's funny."
It gives you like a fucking little
A little safety net.
exit way
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
need it, bro.
For
But
reals.
How did you get into the comedy scene?
Bro, man, it's a beautiful story of like I started with music, and then I got kicked out of a band, and then like resorted to comedy. Like I saw an open mic that was music and comedy, and then I heard about another comedy open mic, and I was like, dude, I'm watching these people bomb, because I watched the first time, and I was like, man, I could do that shit, bro. Like they're bombing, why not try it? You know? So I tried it, and the first night I bombed. Like it was bad. I remember writing my jokes, but it was like scripted. Like I was like, "Hi, my name is Joe," like that. Like it was that much scripted. And then I bombed, and I kept wanting to go back.
Were you reading it, or you just kind of like memorized it?
I memorized it.
But you were delivering it like a fucking
like it was like an actor, like an audition or something.
That's funny. I had the same exact experience. Like I went to my first open mic just to watch. I was just, let me check it out. And then I was sitting, I was like in the back, and I was sitting there, and I was like, yo, I think I'm funnier than some of these people, you know? And then I was like, man, next time I'm just gonna try it and get up. And I didn't bump my first time though. I got maybe like half of the time I was up there. I got
okay, yeah, that's cool, bro. Whatever.
You know what? I tell people I went in mentally prepared to be like, if I'm gonna do this, like, cause I read a bunch, like I've talked about this before, where I read a bunch of like big comics, like how they started, like their stories, and all of them said the same thing. Like it was bad. Like all of them said that they bombed. So mentally, I was like, all right, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna bomb. So I went in like relaxed, no pressure on me. I was just like,
you had already
talk my shit. Bro.
You already had heard the like stories of the first times and what to expect your first time.
Yeah, all of that.
Didn't know.
So I was like kind of prepared for it.
That must have helped a lot.
Yeah, it helped a lot. And then the other thing that I took in with it was like, bro, I've been shot. Like what the fuck is it? If people don't laugh for 5 minutes, I'm not gonna die, you know?
Yeah.
With that mentality, I was loose as fuck, you know?
Would you still do stand-up comedy if the risk was no one laughs and you'll get shot at?
Now that I've like experienced like the highs of it, I would, bro. I'd be like, fuck it, dog. I'm gonna risk it, dog.
You make sure that they laugh. You make sure that they laugh.
I'll fucking, you know what? My I just have to throw myself off my chair. Bro.
Yeah.
That's the killer. If nothing else works.
If you throw yourself off the chair, we already got him. We already shot him. Yeah.
Nah, bro, like that. If they don't laugh on that one, though, I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. Comedy is like, someone said it before, and I always like this term. It's a benign universe. Like it's a universe where nobody gets harmed. Like you're just like you saying something funny. Or you saying something that's not funny, the outcome is the same. You stay alive. The only thing that gets hurt is your ego.
Yeah.
But everything else, like you don't get a heart attack. You don't break a leg. You know, it's nothing like serious where it's irreparable. Like it's fun to be funny.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing bad's gonna happen to you, win or lose.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, nowadays I guess you could get canceled and shit for saying something wrong, but I like that risk. Are you ever worried about that, like saying something?
Not really. And then I feel like I could get away with a lot more stuff because of
sure.
What are they gonna say? Like, oh, like, yeah. So I feel like I personally can get away. Not that I'm not at the point where I'm like trying to push a limit on stuff yet.
Yeah,
I'm still like trying to get comfortable on stage and just kind of like figure out what's up with me, but not really. Like I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, like, you know, like,
exactly, and that's what makes a better comic, in my opinion.
We gonna find out.
Yeah, exactly. If you say what you're gonna say and you go with your first instinct, and you're unapologetic about it, most of the times you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Well, because it's the truth, you know? Like, people connect with the truth. You know?
Yes. Yeah. So, wait. You've been doing comedy for how long now? I mean, I don't even...
A year and a month.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've only known you for... Oh, fuck yeah. So, I've known you since you've, like, kind of, like, started, huh?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I think I started going to Third Wheel, like, 4 months into...
Dude, you're killing it, man.
Into stand-up. Thank you, man.
Dude, you're doing I got to get him to more freaking... those contest things those sound like fun
Mm-hmm.
as a comic, because it's like, you know, it's not necessarily a competition comedy, but like, you know, you doing them, I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And then I know, like, you know, our other homies doing it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that's not that bad of an idea. It's fun,
No, it's fun. I feel like
especially if
it's
you're
a few
starting out.
things. It's a few things like it puts like a little bit of pressure on you, so it makes you be like, all right, can you like, I don't live up to the moment is not necessarily the right like way to put it, but it's like, can you rise up to the occasion
Definitely.
of like a
You gotta show
competition
up.
or being funny, like when you have to be, you know?
You got to show up.
And then it's cool because yeah, you kind of see, you can kind of see where you're at as far as like,
Yeah.
am I funny? Like, can I beat other people?
Yeah.
But I recently had like a like a, not, it's not a bad experience, but I was like, it was a lesson. I did a competition at the Comedy Chateau, and it's like what they call a bringer show. And I went in like, man, I don't really need people, you know. And I took like one person went up,
Yeah.
and then like some of the guys that ended up going up had like fucking like 10 people with them, you know. And then I was like, okay, like you actually do have to bring people.
Dude, I did the same contest.
Really?
It was the young. Yeah. Well, you know, it was the same contest. The Comedy Chateau.
No, but it was with them, or like somebody had a competition there?
Somebody had a competition there.
Oh, okay.
That, yeah. We know who it is, bro. Let's not spend any fucking more time on that. There's some people in this business, as you learn, that are like, just they want to take opportunities. Like, I knew another guy before COVID that was like, he would do similar things like that. He would tell musicians, oh, dude, there's going to be an audience for you. Just come through.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would tell comics, oh, there's going to be an audience for you. Come through.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he would feed them as audience, like comics being audience for the musicians being audience for the comics. It was like such a scam of a show.
Yeah.
And this was like before COVID, but now like there's always people who've been doing that shit. It's so, oh my God, it's so filthy.
Yeah. No, this was actually the Chateau that put the contest together. It wasn't somebody that
did?
brought. Yeah, it was
Man.
their competition.
Well, I got scammed, bro. I was the motherfucker that got. I did the other one, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but
well,
did
Chateau,
you bring people? Like, did you bring people?
I did the same thing as you. I was like, man, I got this shit. I'm gonna get other people's people to think I'm funnier than them.
Yeah.
And then I brought like one person, and so I mean that was.
Well, the one that I won, I brought one person too, but they had like a lot of judges.
Yeah,
they had like actual like a few judges, so that helped me out.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then I think out of all the performances that I've ever done so far, that was the one that I killed the hardest.
Damn.
Because I was kind of like, I brought some like extra. I had like extra motivation for that one.
Yeah. You took like 2 extra Red Bulls.
No, like I was like, yeah, I was a little heated about it. Cause like you say, some of them are a little scammy.
Yes.
So I was heated because like stuff. All right, I'll tell you what happened. So the competition was supposed to be on a Wednesday.
Here we go.
And on a Sunday, they hit me up and they were like, "It's on Tuesday now." And then I already had people lined up, ready to go.
Fight night on you.
And then I was like, "What the fuck?" And then like, I started thinking, "Oh, this shit is a scam, bro. Like they trying to set me up, you know." So I took like extra motivation, like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, I was like, I'm gonna kill so hard that if anybody else wins, like people gonna get mad. Bro.
Yeah.
So I took all that fucking energy and put it into my performance and shit. And I think to this day, I think that's been one of like my best, where I was like, I hit my jokes, all of them on point.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. I know. Took that bitch down.
That's fucking dope. Yeah.
Like how long have you been in the game?
Yeah, I started. I'm gonna be a dickhead right now, bro. Can I get some water?
Yeah. I got you.
I feel like that's unprofessional as shit.
No, we're good.
But I ain't.
We ready,
bro.
We ready.
Parched.
Thank
you, man.
No, for sure.
How long I've been doing this? I started in 2012, and then, yeah, it's 2000. I started in 2012. It's 2023. But I started in September 2012. I was 21. Yeah.
Oh, so you found it young.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I remember I did 2.5 years of comedy in the Bay, and that was like where I started.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to LA, and like I'm from here, so I moved back to LA. And then like I took like a year off of doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and then got back on it. Then COVID hit, then still was on it like during COVID and stuff. During COVID is when I feel like I started actually going after it more.
Really?
And trying other things, like doing sketch comedy, music. Like I'm doing a little more music now. I'm doing sketch comedy and trying to film things, like write scripts like everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
act. So like after COVID, I tried doing more things with comedy. It feels so much fresher now.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been doing it for like a little while since. I mean, whatever that little while means, like someone that's been doing it for 30 years is probably like, what the fuck you talking about? Like 10 years is nothing.
Yeah.
But for the last like 3 years, I feel like I'm a new comic.
Okay, like you
like it's like not a new comic, but a new phase. Like trying different things out, acting, writing, sketch, and stuff like that.
And you feel like that's helping, like you be, like perform and
like stand up. Hell yes.
For sure. Yeah, I've never really tried anything like doing skits or anything like that. Like all that I've done like interview stuff, you know, like I've mainly done like podcasts and other random interviews people. So I've never really gotten like in front of the camera like that, you know.
The one thing I think I forgot when I was doing stand up for so many years and only doing stand up, I forgot how silly I am. Like, dude, I'm silly as fuck at heart. Like when I was younger, like a little kid, like I'd just be doing silly shit. Wearing if Halloween came around, dude, I was wearing a goofy outfit. Like I was Austin Powers for one Halloween, bro. I would whatever funny ass Halloween costume I would find. And then I remember the kids that I would hang out with in high school and middle school, we were all class clowns. So like stand up comedy, like you could be silly to some extent, but most of it is like your observation. And I mean, for me, my comedy is like mostly observation and trying to be chill about it, but also being a little angry about shit. It's a mixture of that.
Yeah.
But then when I do sketch comedy or I write a scenario, I could be silly there, or acting, you know, like acting allows me, comedic acting. It allows me to just be as silly as I can.
Yeah. Without having to
worry about compromising the art. Because stand-up comedy, a lot of times when I do stand-up, I'm just talking about the observations that I see and then the comparisons and that. You can only be I feel like you can only be so silly for my kind of style. And then when I do
you're not taking that kind of like mentality into the stage, like fuck it,
whatever
happens, fuck it.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. That mentality stays there. Like whatever happens, go with the flow, crowd work. Being silly on stage as much as I can be is a goal.
You said you started being more silly after a certain, like what you think, because you were just taking shit too seriously or what?
I was just like doing stand up, and then I would see my favorite comics just kind of be like great joke writers. And that is like the sole thing. I was like trying to just write jokes. You write a lot of jokes. Most of them aren't good. And then you feel like you're not as good. But then when you start kind of like what you were saying, like just letting your inhibitions go, like whatever happens, happens. Then you start finding stuff funny.
Yeah, like you loosen up.
You loosen up. You say what's on your mind. You go with your first instinct. Crowd work is like one thing that you're not scared of.
Yeah.
If you're somebody like that, if you're somebody that likes going with the flow, whatever's going on in the room, it doesn't deter you from going with it. I feel like that.
I feel like that's one of my weaknesses right now. Like when in my comedy, I feel like riffing and kind of like crowd work is something that I need to work on. So I'm always like, fuck it. That's what I like about Third Wheel, that there's mics where you could try it, and it's kind of like that's what you have
Shout
to
out
do.
Third Wheel.
Yeah, shout out Third Wheel.
Yo,
It's cool that I feel like it takes the pressure off of you a little bit, where you can try shit, because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Of the mic. So yeah, like, so you could get like what, 4 mics in one day for free.
Yep. And then you just experiment. You can experiment with the crowd. Like, I think playing it safe as far as comedy goes, even if you have like a big show, it'll never pan out the way you want to. So like doing your best regardless. Always bring that energy of doing your best. But if something happens and then you don't take the chance to experiment with, but you're like, oh man, it's a show. It's a big show I need to do. I'm like, no, man, just go for it.
Yeah.
Just be silly, dude. Be funny. Your joke that always works might not work that night too. Like a lot of shit might not work.
Yeah.
There's been so many times where I get off the stage, I'm like, I should have talked to the crowd more.
Yeah.
Why didn't I talk to the crowd more?
Well, that's one of the things that when it comes to like stand up, it's like you have to know, like, kind of read the crowd and know, like, kind of learn what stuff would work with them type thing, you know? Like that's one of the whole things about, we were talking about that in the last episode with I had Andy Van on.
Yeah.
We were talking about this.
What
like,
a piece of shit that guy. Fucking Andy Van. If you're watching Andy Van, fuck you, man. Fuck you, Andy Van. That's all I gotta say about that guy.
Fuck you, Andy Van.
Watch the episode.
Hey, he said it, bro, not me, dog. Talk to Joe about it, dog. I don't
Watch the
know.
Andy Van episode after this one.
Yo, don't think I didn't catch that part where you said that you were in a band and you got kicked out.
Yeah.
Bro, what'd you do, bro?
Yo, man, bro. I think it was like a mix of like, I don't know, bro. Like, I think it was like a mix of like me not being good. They felt like, okay, man, dude, like I've been on a couple of, podcasts where I talk about this, and every time I get into it, I'm like, I drive back home like, man, I wish I was still in the band, bro. I'm like, yo,
don't start crying, dog.
I know, no, but fucking, we were like roommates, and when we started the band, we were just like jamming out, and so like I made the Facebook and YouTube for them, and then like 8 months in, they were like, hey man, the band's going in a different direction. You're kind of slowing us down. And
that's fucked up. That's fucked up, man.
It is nah, it is what it is.
But were you weren't taking it seriously, or
I was, bro.
Yeah.
I created like our websites. I created our Facebook. I created our YouTube. I was like, trying to promote our band. We would go play at pubs like locally. We played at our college. Yeah, dude. I love
like you guys were practicing consistently and stuff?
Yeah. I was just, they knew music better than I did. I was self-taught, and they were like separately, like they realized they're all better than me as far as music goes. Cause like they were musically trained, or whatever better means. They could keep up with each other.
Oh, okay.
And so they wanted.
Still, bro, that's fucked up. They should be like.
A part of me, like, I'm gonna put it out there. A part of me, there was like some drama with like one of the band members. I feel like maybe, or maybe more. I don't know, man. To this day, I'm like, was it really because I sucked, or like, was there something else? Like I don't know. But maybe that's me telling myself, "Nah, man, I didn't suck.
Yeah.
It was something else." And then like one day they're gonna come back to me like, "Nah, dude, like you suck. Look at the tapes." And I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you guys will record your sets and stuff, dude?
I mean, dude, yeah, we have our music. Talk of Shamans was the name of the band. If you YouTube it, you'll see all the videos that I put up. No, I still love them very much. Like we have like a deep connection. Those guys.
Well, the way you can see it is like, it was like that door needed to close on you so you could start stand up.
Oh, bro, I've always thought that. Like, I mean, one of them is like still they're all still doing their thing. and we're still friends. Like, I mean, we talk to each other, we say what's up, happy birthday on our birthdays and all that. So it's like the way it ended up, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I love stand up, and I love that I know music. Like, it's the best of both worlds that I have. And I'm doing music now, going into it, like writing my own songs and doing like music open mics, starting from the bottom.
For sure.
So like, yeah, dude, you're totally right. That like is fucking in that moment. I was like, damn, bro,
That's fucked up. Oh, I'm sure. Like
in the moment, you're like, you're not my real friend. You kicked me, you know. But honestly, like,
I think
you're
most
like in our early 20s.
I think most people would that would be their reaction to that, bro. Like what the fuck, bro? I was
Especially if it's your homies.
shit. Yeah, like that's
your homies first.
That's like a very
your friends first. Yeah,
that's like a very normal reaction. I feel like.
But that's how I got into comedy, Daddy. I went from the band to comedy. I feel like a lot of comics are like failed
musicians.
yeah, it's something.
But you were always into like kind of like entertaining and stuff like that. Like you grew up like wanting to perform and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was always like some kind of attention needed.
Yeah,
I first started with writing. Like I used to read a lot, not as much as I used to. You know, I still read, but not as much as I used to. And it would be like all the like great American novelists like Jack Kerouac, Vonnegut, Bukowski, all that kind of stuff. Like I would just consume it as a high schooler. Right. And then I would try writing. And then in college I went to be an English major. So I would do creative writing. I would do like short stories.
Okay. So you like...
I loved it, bro.
So like everything was kind of like leading toward...
Yes.
You getting kicked out the band.
Yeah, I was gonna say comedy, but yeah, that too, I guess.
I know, I said it to be funny, bro. My bad.
My bad. Don't ever fucking say sorry, dude. Nah, dude, go for the bit. Go for the bit.
I was like, a little.
Yep, sidetrack.
That's dope. So, over 10 years in the game, like, what's been like one of your like highest moments in comedy as of so far?
Oh. Which ones haven't been, dude? I've like been blessed with having so many, not high enough, like not you know, there's higher peaks to be climbed, but first one that always comes to my head is like I opened up for Donnell Rawlings.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I was at the Brea Improv, and then that same night he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, after the show, he's like, "What are you doing?" And nothing. And he's like, come through to the Comedy Store. Dave's having a show. And I got to meet Dave Chappelle that night. And that was dope. I got to take a picture with him and just fucking have that memory locked in. The only regret I have is I didn't take like more of I was like 3-4 years into comedy. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel like ready to ask for more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like that was a high moment. And then I think about it now. I'm like, man, when I have that moment again, I know what to do now. I know to ask for more. And so that was a high moment.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope moment. That's pretty sick.
That was a dope moment. Another like high moment in comedy. I performed at the Comedy Store at the potluck. It's just they pick you.
Yeah.
But I had such a fun set.
Really?
That like it's like, oh, if this is my first set at the Comedy Store, oh man, I'm chilling, bro. Oh, yeah, at least I didn't bomb. Like I had a good set. Yeah. I had a fun set. I went through my jokes and I did a little crowd work, and I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of sweating it.
But that's like I think that's a check mark on most people that are here in LA, at least like perform there. Yeah. Or I like all the big, I just did the open mic at the Laugh Factory last Tuesday.
That's what's up.
I was like, that's crazy, man. Like I'm on the same stage as like,
dude,
all the motherfuckers.
You seen it on YouTube. You seen the background on YouTube, and now it's like your background. That's sick.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I don't know. Some clubs, they just have like a vibe about them. Like that's you just go in there, and you're like, damn, this is official, right? This official around here.
Especially the Trinity.
Yeah,
the Improv, the Laugh Factory, and the Store.
Yeah.
That stuff trips me out. I mean, what are your comedy highs so far?
Probably winning the first contest.
That's what's up.
The one that everybody was like, it's a scam. And I didn't take people, and took that bitch down. And I just booked I won a second competition. It's weird, like the the way that they how they make you like people clap, like give it up for and everybody claps for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dude,
bro, they did it like 5 or 6 times, and like they were like, you won, and they were like, no, you won. So they were just like, all right, fuck, we'll give you guys both a spot. I think it's gonna be at the Improv.
That's
so I'm gonna so I kind of won that, and then getting a spot at the Improv. So those are my
that's a high right there.
Oh, and I got to go behind like a comic that's kind of like blowing up right now, Chris Estrada.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Chris is the homie, man.
Yeah, I got to go up behind him.
So
like,
funny.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like, that's cool. Got laughs after he made people laugh. So I was like, hey, I'm funny too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's this show called?
I think it's This Fool. On Hulu,
yeah.
Or one of those. Yeah, and he's funny as fuck, bro.
He is, dude. He's good. He's a great joke writer.
Yeah.
He's a really good joke writer.
Solid, bro. That's how you do it.
This Fool.
Yeah. Have you seen that show? I haven't seen that show.
Not yet.
Nah, because it's on it's on one of those like Hulu or.
Yeah, I haven't found a way to jack that shit yet. No, I'm playing. This is on YouTube, man. We don't do that, bro. We don't condone piracy. That's why I haven't watched it, because I don't have it.
Exactly, bro.
Wait, so I got a question for you, dude.
Shoot, bro, shoot. Not literally.
Let me guess. Shut the fuck up. You probably said that before. Dude. No way. There's no way you've never used that joke before.
Nah, actually, I don't think I have. Not saying it like that, like not literally.
Like, hey,
and putting my
like if
up.
someone's like, I got a question, and then you're like, shoot. Not literally.
You've
never had that interaction.
No, actually, nah.
That's pretty good, bro. That's like something. I feel like that's like something like people will be like, man, you always joke like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask, are you ketchup or mustard guy? Hold on, let me guess. You don't even fuck with mustard like that. Maybe on a hot dog, maybe, but mostly ketchup.
No, I would say 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. I'll buy like honey mustard for like sandwiches, or I like
mustard's bomb.
Yeah, like my sub order, like if I order a sub somewhere, is usually turkey sandwich with
turkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayo, honey mustard.
That's where we differ, bro.
You don't fuck with turkey?
Nah, man. That's like chicken's ugly cousin.
Hey, chicken's ugly cousin, good as fuck though, bro.
You gotta show her some love too, huh?
Yeah, bro. You gotta fucking. I don't know, just something about it. It's supposed to be like healthier. It's a healthier fowl.
Yeah, it's supposedly. Yeah, man. But that gobbling and all that stuff, bro. The gobble. Nah.
The only gobble is when you gobbling that bitch down. That's what matters, bro. Fuck that. They're gobble, bro. Give me that motherfucking turkey sound with some avocado.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying turkey, avocado.
Yeah.
What else? Mustard?
Like honey mustard.
With
some olives.
Those are good. That's good. The pickling effect. I like that.
Why? What are you? You're
I don't care if I get a heart attack at 35, man. I'll eat ham over turkey all day. Yeah. Or like, correctly cured chicken breast. That's like this, cold chicken breast, but I fuck with mustard.
Mustard.
Like heavy. Like mustard, Dijon. It's got Poupon Dijon honey.
You're like the fucking you
like you open that
fancy mustard.
Yeah,
bro.
you open it and you open that shit and you're like, "Oh shit, it's musty, bro." It's like this is like could kill someone.
That's funny.
That's where they came up with the term mustard gas.
I like that like the kick that it has, Like,
yeah.
I used to eat do like tuna with it and then just throw some tuna in.
That's what's up.
Throw it in some tuna, yeah.
You should have a that's what's up counter. I hear in the bottom. No.
Bro, don't tell me, dog. I'll put it in the video, dog. How many times did that what's up? How many times did Joseph drop off?
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's fucking mustard. I fucks with heavy, man. I love mustard.
Yeah, nah, I learned to love mustard, bro. At first, when I was younger, because my mom wouldn't get mustard. Like she would make sandwiches and shit. She wouldn't get mustard.
Check this out. You put honey and mustard together, that makes honey mustard.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put honey and ketchup together, that makes
honey ketchup,
barbecue sauce.
Really?
Almost.
That's all they do? So,
I mean, barbecue sauce is tomato based.
It has that well, everything has that.
The barbecue sauce all mainly has, it's like ketchup, but when they boil it, they put like cinnamon, sugar, and other shit. But I feel like if you just put honey and ketchup together, that's barbecue sauce right there. I'm
gonna try it and I'll be like,
I know
this shit's gross as fuck, bro. What the fuck?
So
you're tripping, bro. This is not barbecue.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. My grandpa, dude, my Mexican grandpa, he got mad at me and my little cousin one time because we were concocting stuff, dude. Like we had a glass of water and then we got everything out of the cabinet. We got like tapatio, we got salt, pepper, paprika, fucking tapatio, peanut butter. We put it all in the cup. We started mixing it. Like, look at the peanut butter float. Look at the tapatio bubble. And then my grandpa comes in. He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Just motherfucking
¿Qué están haciendo aquí? Vas a tomar este. Vas a tomar todo este bebida. And then I was like, oh shit, bro. We had a half and half it, bro. He poured in little shot glasses, bro. He was a bartender. He shook up the fucking concoction that us 5-year-olds made and he poured it in the shot glasses. He's like, drink it. You want to waste food? Quieren gastar todo comida aquí? And then they're like, we had to take the shots. And dude, it was like the nastiest thing I've ever drank in my life, bro.
And that started your mustard?
Yeah. Now I'm permanently mustardized, bro.
Bro, my mom's mom, she's lived in Mexico most of her life, but she would come once in a while to visit. Mm-hmm. And bro, when we were young, I was maybe like 7, 8. I have a cousin that's like a few years younger than me. Bro, she would just give us beer,
yeah,
just
that's like, fucking dope.
Yeah, like I think about shit, I'm like, man, like,
hey,
my childhood was wild, son.
Bro, you know what I just realized? Mexican kids are the baddest kids out there. Like, the shit that Mexican kids get into is probably like the most like troublesome shit that every kid. I'm gonna just put it out there, bro. Like, you ever see a Mexican kid with a silver tooth?
Yeah, they have a whole
That kid's got a rap sheet. That kid's got like
that's a whole meme.
Yeah.
Those fucking the silver teeth kids,
the silver tooth kids, bro.
The little Edgars, bro.
Yo,
Edgars before they're Edgars.
I had an Edgar haircut growing up. I had a bowl cut, bro.
Me too.
For like a year.
Me too. I had it for a few years, like.
And I had a silver tooth, but like in the back.
Oh, you didn't have one of the fucking.
Nah. I had class.
That's funny, fucking Edgar kids.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Mexican kids be bad as fuck sometimes, bro. It's that Lucas.
Because Mexican parents be whooping your ass. So you like if you.
Yeah, that's why
I feel like that's a good deterrent for us to not be bad.
It's like a seesaw. The more disciplinary the parents are, mm-hmm. on the off time, those kids are gonna be bad as hell. Like Mormon kids. Mm-hmm. They have like a period where they could just run off and do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
Some of them don't come back, bro.
Yes,
Some of them you see right now on Skid Row, bro. Some of them you see freaking right now asking for change off the fucking exit.
Yeah, that's fucking a whole nother.
It's a whole
type
nother
of life.
That's what I'm saying. Like the more conservative a parent is, I feel like the more bad a kid gets.
Yeah, like
that's why when you have some like hippy dippy white kid, like white parent. Mm-hmm. And like the parents smoked weed with their kid.
Yeah.
The fucking parent like let them go on a trip to Europe for a year.
Yeah.
The kid's like, man, I don't even want to do anything bad.
Yeah.
Like I actually want to, but they don't have as much fun. I feel there's pros and cons to it all, right?
For sure. Yeah, I feel like
because I had so much fun growing up as a bad little kid, bro.
Same. I had freedom. I had a lot of freedom for sure. But I feel like one of the things that having a lot of freedom kind of like not messed up was not it didn't like mess me up. I don't mean it that way, but I feel like I'm not as disciplined as I could be because I didn't have any like rules on me.
You don't
If
even
that
feel a
makes sense.
balance.
Not really. Like I have to like go out of my way to be like, stay on your shit, bro. Come on, like you know.
Yeah.
I'm just all fucking like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know?
me,
like
me too. But then one of my parents, like my dad, he's really hard worker, sticks to his guns. So I feel like there's a balance in me.
Yeah,
I just
same.
need to unlock it.
Yeah, same. Like my pops too. Like he just recently retired, and for over 30 years, waking up like 5 a.m. and shit to go to work and shit. Like so, I seen hard work.
It's
from
in
my
you.
pops, so it's in there. I'm just like, get out,
Unlocking
bro. But yeah,
it.
I scheduling, bro. Like
Yeah.
having a fucking that helps a lot. Being more consistent and shit.
And then with repetition, that shit just becomes like a party. Like you just start waking up at 5 a.m. because that's what you've been doing the last 10 years, you know? Kind of like with stand-up, really. Like, I don't even think of, like, going to open mics, like, I gotta go. Or I gotta get on stage. You
like, enjoy the whole process now?
Hell yeah, bro. And it's been so, not repetitive, but it's been such a staple of what I've been doing that it's like, it's a routine.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock. It's time to start comedy. That kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the stuff between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. that I gotta find shit to do.
Yeah.
Working out, doing other comedy activities, writing, making things happen in this funky ass city, shit like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's where the discipline kicks in. But man, you're like, I if you're like me, I don't even like that word sometimes, but then I start using it as I get older.
What?
Discipline. I start thinking like, when I was younger, I would hate that word.
Yeah.
Like, man, discipline this.
Yeah,
discipline this. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've gotten better as I've gotten older at like, all right, bro. Come on. But hey, that's what keeps you young, bro. Not
There's a means
fuck,
to an end.
Yeah. You gotta just fucking.
Yeah. And that's and what do you find yourself doing from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.? Like, are you gonna go into? You're doing photography.
Mm-hmm.
You doing
some painting.
You're doing painting. See, so you have that.
Then working on this.
Yes.
So Andy was like, he was like, bro, I saw your paintings, and I was like,
jacking off.
You're too talented, bro. You don't need to be doing stand up.
Yeah, he said that after he looked at it for like a minute. He's like, oh wait, hold on, I gotta go to the restroom really quick. Andy, dude, these are amazing.
Yeah, I fucking
I got another question for you, bro.
Shoot, bro.
Is there more doors or wheels in the world?
There's more doors
now
in the world.
Why would you say that?
Because everything has a door.
But when you open up a cabinet, it rolls on little wheels. Those count as wheels, right?
Yeah.
And then like every car, 4 wheels. But they got 4 doors and the doors inside.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And then all the houses, like
what about watches, bro? There's a lot of watches.
Watches over what?
Watches got wheels in them.
Nah, but everything's going digital. Do digital watches have wheels? Like the old school watches,
maybe like a little dial.
It's close. Like there's no real way of knowing. Like
there is.
Someone has to count every
door.
Someone
has to count it, and I'm gonna be the first. I think it's wheels.
That's gonna be your life's mission from here forward. And shit.
I think it's gonna be wheels.
I used to think it was wheels.
Oh, you've thought of this question before?
Yeah, I've heard this. And I was like, let's see these theories. Huh? What do people think about it? I used to think it was because of the same thing of cars, but there's way more buildings than cars. And then buildings have doors.
But in those buildings, they have cabinets. And things that operate on wheels, bro. As a thinker.
Yeah.
And you know what? Your mind's running on a wheel.
Yeah. And it has a door blocking.
And your door's blocking it, bro. I like asking good ass questions like that.
Yeah, like that. But what's the end point of a question like that though?
The end point is to find out whether there's wheels
You're just
or doors.
It's just
no, I like the disruptor.
Mm.
But it's a good question. Like
yeah.
like a question that disrupts a flow. It could be bad, and then they'll be like, "Bro, why are you asking a stupid ass question like that, bro? You just really gotta ask that right now." But then if I ask a disruptor question that's good, I'd be like, "Wait, hold up.
Let me think.
yeah. Hold on, let me think. Wait, we were just talking about my bank account right now, but wait, hold on. Let me. What is this we're talking about? Doors and wheels?
Wheels and doors.
yeah.
Are you a sports?
Oh, dude, I love sports.
What's your
basketball?
Basketball.
Yeah. I remember growing up, like my favorite finals was Lakers and Sixers when Kobe and Iverson go at it.
Yeah. Allen Iverson used to be my favorite player.
He is.
Yeah.
He is my favorite player.
Yeah.
AI is, to me, like being a short guy in the league, and still like stomping over
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, dude. Didn't he turn out to be a coach? He was a coach.
Yeah, they're home. Like they're friends now. Like
Yeah.
he talks about he feels bad about that shit. Like,
dude, that shit was badass.
Yeah, bro.
That's a poster.
Winning game 1 and shit. Yeah, I remember that was like.
That's a poster right there.
Well, one of the reasons that because I was like a fan of Kobe too, because when they got drafted together, like same.
Oh my god,
class.
that draft
greatest fucking draft class of all time.
Yeah, who was in that?
Stephon Marbury.
I remember because there's like a video of Marbury and Iverson talking to each other in a gym, and they go like one-on-one. It's them now, and they were talking about that. They were mentioning all the grades that came in their class. I was like, damn, that was a stacked class.
Yeah,
there was a lot of good people in that one.
Yeah. It was like literally the best.
Just from those three, like Kobe, Marbury, Iverson.
It's funny. Stephon Marbury is like a huge, like, dude in China. No, he's like he's like the fucking.
They have their whole thing going on over there, man. They got money over there.
Yeah,
untapped
people.
Yeah,
they have mad people with like mad resources and shit.
Why do you think he ate Vaseline like that?
What do you mean?
Did you see that? He had a kind of like a meltdown towards the end of his like American career, and he got on video, like before YouTube was a thing. He got on the internet and like ate Vaseline.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
And he was like saying it was for his throat.
Nah, that's not.
Hey Jamie, can you cue the Marlboro? No,
that's mad weird, bro. What the fuck?
It was so weird, dude.
Give me some Vaseline, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna coat my throat.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. Like people, like dude, like, dude, celebrities do weird shit, but it's like, they're human too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. He must have been doing something.
Well, I know for sure people have like breaking points, bro.
Because
like people snap for real.
Yeah, I think of
like,
Martin Lawrence. He had a moment too. Martin Lawrence, when he went out on the street with a gun, started freaking people out.
Is that when he had like a stroke?
That was part of that. He has like a stand-up special about that.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, bro, this guy's freaking out. I always think about like what would my celebrity freak out be? You know? I'll probably like go on Instagram story and be like, fuck everyone, and like start just blasting on people. Maybe
but what?
Maybe take a shit on Instagram Live. Fuck you, I'm gonna shit on all you.
I'll shit on all you motherfuckers.
What would your because you know like Tyrese had a mental breakdown, like he had a mental breakdown, like we're trying to take my babies away.
Yeah.
What would your mental breakdown look like? I would take a shit on IG Live. I would be out of my mind.
I don't know what I would do, but I know what would probably trigger a breakdown for me.
Don't even say that. Don't even let them know, bro.
No, not like it's just like the whole chair situation. Just because, it's like when you see someone in a chair, like most of the time you assume the hardest part of it is like that I can't walk. But that's like the easy part of it. There's all these other little things that come with it.
Yeah.
And all of those get frustrating. Yeah. Like I remember, I think I don't really cry a lot. And then it was funny because this isn't even like a cry where it was like it was like one of the last times that I cried was because once in a while my legs will spasm really hard and they'll throw me back. And where I literally fall back out of my chair.
Whoa.
And one of the last times that it happened, it was right here. Like I was chilling right there, like in my room on the phone. And I was like about to message somebody. And then I got this really bad spasm and I kicked. I went back. I fucking hit my head. And then I kneed myself I kneed my nose with my, like from my foot coming down. So like the combination.
Did your shit go white for a second? Like you had a flash? Like
nah, it didn't. It wasn't hard enough where
bad.
it like blacked me out or anything. But I would say pretty close because I fucking hit myself and then bam, like because my leg just came forward and I just got. I think it was a combination of like that shit hitting my sinuses and then like just feeling like super frustrated about it. So I just got a little bit like, man, I'm fucking tired of this shit, you know, like fucking crazy. Like, just the thought of that, I was just like, you know, like sending a little message and out of nowhere, like I'm on the floor, like floor kneeing myself and shit.
That's fucking.
I was like, what the fuck,
dude? Yeah, that is like the part that people don't think about. They're like they think exactly what you said. Like, oh, the hardest part is probably not walking. It's like, no, there's so many other little things, dude. That knee going to the nose though. Man, that shit is a motherfucker, bro. I did a backflip into a pool once, and then I tried to do it too much. Like I tucked in the second time I tried to do a backflip, and I tucked in with my knee to my nose. Dude, my shit, I knocked myself out.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Into the water.
Like I went, and then I was like everything went like it was a white flash. That was the last thing I remember. Then my cousin was like, "Hey, you all right, bro? You all right?" I was like, "Oh shit!" I just knocked myself the fuck out. I was bleeding from my nose. My nose is still a little crooked from it, but we still going. We still breathing.
Oh, man.
Nasal passages are open.
That's
We're good.
crazy,
Oh shit, my bad.
Nah, yeah, like I've gotten close to blacking out, and then I've seen the black where you're just like, oh shit.
Hey, when you ever fought like people like, you know, and do you ever like knock someone out or get knocked out?
Oh yeah, I knocked a few people out. Yeah, I broke my hand on somebody's face, bro. Look, it's still fractured. You see that?
I see that, bro.
Yeah, like my hand has a gap in it right
you
here.
You knocked someone out?
Bro, I've knocked a few people out. Like, cause what happened with me is that I've always been like small and like skinny. So a lot of dudes that were bigger than me, they'll be like, I'm gonna fuck this little dude up.
Yeah.
But I could hit hard.
Yeah.
And I would just fucking bing. And then I grew up with one of my cousins, like fighting with him. Oh, bro, we would fight till one of us was bleeding. Yeah. Or our parents had to like separate us from our hair and shit. Like we would have like these little wars. So I was always like good at fighting, but I wasn't the type of dude that was like confrontational. Like I wasn't like out like looking for fights and shit. I wasn't out here like I'm the bad motherfucker. I'll fuck out. Like I was never like that, but I could fight.
But when it came to it,
yeah, I could fight. I could fight. You know, so like that's one of the things that I miss now. Like, cause I used to like.
You miss fighting,
bro. I used to have like an underground fight club at U-Haul, bro. I used to work for U-Haul, and I used to take gloves, and then all the employees and some of our friends would go after we would shut, and we would like throw the gloves on and just fucking throw hands with each other, bro. And I'm like, I kind of miss that, bro.
Like body shots.
Nah, full on, like
just go
headshots. Like,
well, how old were you when you were doing this?
21.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro, we were fucking, and then like it was some older dudes, some younger dudes.
I remember doing like fight club in like middle school, high school. Like we were all like, said, "Oh, body shot." Like you just don't really go all out.
Yeah,
you just fight each other. But that sounds like some fucking.
I mean, well, we weren't going like full like let's try to knock each other the fuck out. We were just like fighting, but we were like face everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. I kind of missed that. And then because some of them would come over to my house because I had like a bench and like free weights and shit. So we'd like work out.
So when you knock someone out, you just leave them there?
Nah, it's kind of scary actually, bro. Like, that's kind of one of the reasons that I kind of would avoid fighting, because in my head, I would always think like one day I'm going to knock somebody out and they're going to hit their head and die. So when I'd be fighting fools, like I'd be like worried about that.
Yeah.
So like that little thing would never really I think the only time that I probably would have killed somebody was the dude that shot me. Like after he had shot me, I tried to get up to try to fight him, but it like paralyzed me. So I think if he had shot at me and missed me, like because that's as mad as he already had pistol with me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't know it was a pistol at the time, but So yeah, I would have fucking. I probably
Gone
wouldn't
after
have
him.
stopped on them. Yeah, but other than that, I've always like had like the little like the little head in your voice in your head that's like,
Yeah.
chill, bro. Like
Yeah.
if this could happen, if this. So I've always been kind of cautious about shit, but it's scary, bro, because like you could hurt, like hitting somebody, and like you could hurt them, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's also a dope feeling.
I was gonna say when you knock someone out, it's probably
It's just like damn, it's like a fucking adrenaline
you're
rush.
down
like,
now.
Yeah, bro. Like it's a crazy like high you get out of it, off of it too.
See, I always been like talking my way out of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. My mentality was always talking my way out of shit. I remember being a freshman in high school, and then all the freshmen got punked on, and then I was like cool with one of the seniors. And then the senior was like, nah, this guy's cool. Like, we don't have to punk him. He can kick it with us. Always been like that, bro. Yeah. I always weaved. I remember there was one guy, he got pissed at me. And he was telling me that, like, because the girl that he was dating, and this is high school, bro.
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of those fights.
Man, dude, this guy was like, man, you're with my girl now, and she totally dumped me for you. And then he said, if I ever see you, I'm gonna spit in your face. Because this was like, he found my AIM, like AOL Instant Messenger. He found that and he messaged me and he's like, I'm gonna find you, bro. If I do, I'm gonna spit in your face, bro. Like anytime I thought I would cross paths with him during like periods, I'd be like, loading up. I'm like, cause motherfucker, I will spit back too, bitch. I was like, I will do the same thing, dude. Like,
yeah, that's just funny.
So like, I was always loading up. Like it was like on fourth period.
I had the loogie ready.
I was like, I know he has this class. I know I have this one. We might cross paths. All right. Yeah, like started hawking up a loogie, bro. Like I never wanted to fight anybody, but like the fights that I have been in were hilarious.
Really?
Like one was like, some guy was like talking mad shit about like just like my family. And then I was like, nah, fuck that. And so like I waited. This was in middle school. And I like loaded up my backpack with like books, like all my textbooks and shit. And then the like lunch comes up because we would have break, lunch. And so when lunch comes up, like he's just posted, and I come with my backpack, like just start swinging at him, and then I start like Dragon Ball Z punching him, bro. I started like Dragon Ball Z like that, bro. Like I didn't know how to fight, bro. But like the fact that I came out with them so fast, he didn't know what would happen. Yeah, and as soon as like kids started crowding around, I like left, bro, because I was like, I'm not about to get in trouble. Yeah, it was like, whoa, hold him back, yo. I just went at him with. I was like, it was like a Disney kid movie, bro. Like, no, he's gonna bully me anymore. I'm gonna get ready for this, and I loaded up my backpack, swung at him, bro.
That's funny. But like, if you're getting bullied, that's what you gotta do, bro. You gotta just
you gotta look like the crazy one, bro.
Yeah, right. And then people won't fuck with you no more.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
and then after that too, like after middle school, like in 8th grade, and then throughout high school, like I always like focused on people were making fun of me. So now I'm like, oh, instead of getting hurt or like being violent and like, because I realized after that and things like that, whenever I freaked out or looked mad, like people still thought I was a loser. Like people would still be like, man, he's a weirdo now.
Yeah.
Now he's a weirdo because he's like, holding this shit against him. Then I learned in high school, it's so much better if you can make fun of people back. Like if someone makes fun of you, you'll be so much cooler if you could make fun of them as well.
Yeah.
Instead of like either getting sad about it or angry.
Yeah.
If you don't get sad or angry, you don't lose.
Well, that's a lot of like comedian story. They were like the class clown and to not get bullied or whatever. They fucking had to be funny
in high school, man.
If you couldn't fight,
made the teachers laugh, made everybody laugh, bro. That's like,
yeah. I was like athletic, so I could fight. Like I grew up fighting and shit, but I was also really athletic. Like I was like, so that helped. Like when you if you can't fight, I'm sure you're not gonna be wanting to like get in fights with motherfuckers.
It's social survival. Like you look at your traits and you're like,
this is what I could do.
I
could draw, bro.
Yeah.
Before you.
Exactly, dude. Like you barter socially in a way.
In school I always had trouble with dudes because of girls. because I was like talking to girls. Like I used to just hang out with a bunch of girls in high school. I used to literally like if I wasn't playing basketball, I was like with a group of like 10, 15 girls, bro.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers will hate on that shit, you know? They'll be like, "You're the fucking fool that's always with all them
Dude,
girls."
I remember one of my guy friends was like, "Bro, I feel like you got more friends that are girls than guys." And I had to think about it. I was like, oh, shit, "Do I?" I'm like, "It's pretty close, yeah."
Yeah.
So what?
He's like, "Nah, bro, you need to have more dudes."
Yeah. And you know what's I know, yeah, that's like, dude, man, I had homies like say some gay shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, one of the gayest things I've ever heard, like one of my homies say was like, I remember like in freaking high school, you're like learning about sex and all that stuff. And like, you know, I had a girlfriend and like, you know, we had sex and then like the first like question like the homies asked like, "Oh, did you guys do anal?" You know? And I was like, "Man, no, dude, I don't even think about that." And then I would not do that. And then he goes, "Oh, that's gay, bro. That's gay if you don't do that." And I was like, wait. This sounds like really backwards, bro. Like, you know, nothing wrong with what you prefer, homie. But like, I obviously have a different point of view of what gay is and what gay isn't, bro. But like, it's funny that like a lot of guy friends will just have that insecurity of like, "Oh, why does he have more friends that are girls? Oh, why does he do this?" And then it's like they slowly come out. I'm like, "Hey, bro, you're saying some kind of some sus stuff that's more than homies."
It's probably like because I mean we're all like naturally competitive and shit. So maybe just a little subconsciously you're like, "Why does you do?
Are you
hang around with more girls than me?"
What? Are you competitive like that?
I'm competitive, but not in like ways like that.
Never me, bro.
Yeah, like because I like sports, so I'm competitive in that aspect of it. But in like I was never really a jealous person. I was never like. I was always just like, whatever, bro. There's so many women out here, bro. Like, why am I gonna like be all jealous or be all like about one? You know, like I'm not gonna hate, bro. Have all of them, bro. I don't give a fuck.
And you and I both know most guys aren't like the fuck aren't the way that movies or any stereotypical guy portrays us. We're not like always like, "Oh yeah, did you bang this girl?" But some guys are like that. Mm-hmm. And dude, I've never gotten along with guys like that. Like I'm always talking about other shit that's funny to me, you know, but like competing as far as like social status, like not even just girls, but he'd be like, "I got this car and I did this. I've never been in that kind of like, you know, piss fight.
Yeah, like a douchebag and shit.
Exactly.
Like, I don't like that either.
And there are people that are like that.
Yeah.
And then that's how they compete as friends. But dude, I've been playing golf and then that has been like a fun outlet because I'll go with like, you know, some comedy friends and we'll go play golf and we'll play like team sports, like 2 against 2. And dude, I need some kind of competition in my life. And competition like sports, dude, you know, like shit like that, like anything, you know, you're playing cards, you're playing golf, you're playing a pickup game of basketball, like whatever that is. It's nice to have competition in your life.
Yeah.
It's just not like that social shit. That social competition, I never.
Well, because
never been
like
a part of that.
That physical competition helps with your mental health too. You know, it's like you're getting out. I from like 6th grade to until I got shot. I was like always into sports.
Yeah.
So I would like go to pickup games at the park like once a week, twice a week. Or like get a football game going with my friends, or do the boxing, or like lift weights with my friends. And once I got shot, like all that went away. And then I had like this, like I was like, "What the fuck am I always like?" I like frustration and fucking
yeah.
So and all that kind of like and I was like, "What the fuck do I feel?" And that's what I realized. I was like, "Dude, that I didn't realize how much those things were like a big outlet for me." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that
movement, action.
Are healthy you doing competition?
Are you doing sports now?
Not really. Like there is sports I can, but it's just like I don't know. I just never really got into like.
You're also doing a lot of other things.
Yeah,
like you're.
But I need to start doing something. Like there's a bunch. Like there's like wheelchair baseball and shit. That's pretty fun. There's shit to do.
There's definitely everything for that. I mean, what I was saying is that you've just been busy. Like you obviously have been doing a lot of the creative part.
Yeah.
And That's kind of like me too. Like I was like when I was just doing like mainly stand up, I wasn't really doing anything else. Just like focused on the creative part, and that's good. But I think you're realizing too, like there's the other facets of life, like creative, physical, and spiritual. Like those things, like you got to tap into all three of those, like equally. Sometimes you tap into one a little more than the other. So I feel like it's stupid as hell. It's like an old man sport, but dude, I started playing golf last year more, and man, dude, it's nice. I play like once a week. It's the most boring sport, but dude, just going out, and I don't even go to nice courses. I go to these courses in LA that are like in the middle of the city.
Yeah, they're small.
And they're small. It's like $10 a play.
Yeah.
But especially if I go with a friend, but I make sure to go at least once a week. It's an outdoor activity for me, dude.
Well, it's just like I always say, like any sport, it can be entertaining. You just need to learn the rules and like get into it. And any sport, even watching it, you just gotta learn the rule. Like
especially
baseball.
Getting outside too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like it's like you're going out to like a nature type thing with the homies, or
and even like basketball, like pickup games on the court. I know there's indoor courts, but I'm saying like anything out. There's something about being outside and being physical, even if it's at a park.
Yeah. It's that mental health shit, bro.
It is,
it's
dude.
like
clarity.
For sure, it really helps with that.
Yeah, I think that, and I think you're discovering that too. Like, what sport would you go into? You're saying baseball?
Now?
Yeah.
If I could get into like a baseball league, I'll be down to do that. Or basketball is cool, but I just like I kind of, my game was kind of like Allen Iverson. Like I would drive in, I would like shake people up, that type of thing. Yeah. So it's like, man, it's just not the same, man. Like it's not the same.
Well, I mean, if you want to think of it in like some kind of positive light, it would have never been the same. However you ended up, like you're never the physical stats that you were, even, if you weren't in a chair, you still be like, oh man, I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah, I'd be like,
you still be
that's
like,
just human nature.
That's human nature to be like, man, can't do that shit now.
Damn, someone's outside fucking sawing the shit out of something,
bro. I'm about to hear timber.
Hopefully the mic's not picking it up. But I always like to ask like people, like you're a comic, so for you it's comedy. Like if you had to give advice, like if someone had given you some advice at the start of when you started doing it, like what's something you would like tell other people getting into it?
I would tell any comic, anybody going into comedy, or anybody going into any artistic path, to just make sure you live life. Don't forget to live life, because if you're trying to get into music, if you're trying to get into comedy, and you do an open mic every day, every night, you could get consumed and forget about where the material is coming from. And when I started out comedy for about 7 years, I did nothing but open mic, stand-up comedy. Didn't feel like I was ready. Kept doing it, kept training. Didn't live life. Like, spent less time with my family, spent less time with friends, spent less time like actually having a fruitful relationship with a woman. And so like now it's like, dude, I feel so much better on stage if I don't do comedy for like a day or two. Like if I don't do comedy for 1 or 2 days out of the week, and then I do it the next day, I feel refreshed. So I would just, my biggest advice is like, whatever you're doing in life, as far as your dreams, passions, and goals, don't forget to live life. Don't think of that heroic story where like somebody gave up everything to be the artist that they are. Like, you don't have to suffer to be an artist. You just have to work hard. That's the biggest thing. And don't forget to live life. That would be my advice.
For sure.
That's the biggest thing, because everybody will tell you like, do it every day, make sure you're grinding, do 5 a day, do this. I'm like, do as many as it takes. As many as it takes, but also live life, because where are you gonna get your material from? For any art. For
sure. You gotta fucking be out in the world and experience.
And you gotta. How are you gonna talk about dating? You're boring ass not dating. How you gonna talk about family and your fucking lonely ass isn't hanging out with family? Like, you gotta live life.
For real.
And I've been having a fun time with comedy more now because I've been living life. I have more material.
Yeah.
Like, I hung out with my uncle in New Jersey. I'm like, dude, that was like, oh my God. I wasn't even thinking about getting material from that guy, but dude, it was so funny just hanging out with him. He's crazy Middle Eastern dude with like conspiracy theories of how Lebanese people are the first Native Americans. He's like, Joe, the Phoenicians, they sailed to America and they live here and people think they're Native American, Joe. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? And I Googled it and there's like a whole Reddit forum for Lebanese people. They're like, yeah, we're the first Americans, dude. I was like, dude, that's some Middle Eastern conspiracy theory right there.
That's funny. Yeah.
But yeah, man, living life. Just live life. Don't forget that.
For sure. You where can people find you? Where can people find you?
That's my biggest thing. Instagram. I love Instagram as what it is now because it's like kind of everybody uses it. But Joe Mezeraani, MEZ. Hopefully nobody else comes up after those letters, but if you need more letters, ERAANI. But Joe MEZ on Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere on social media, but mostly Instagram. Doing a lot of sketch comedy on there nowadays. That's so much fun.
For sure. Yeah, I'll put a link on there and I'll put it on the screen for the people can check it out.
Dude, thank you, man.
For sure. Yeah, before we get off, any other words you want to drop for the people? Anything coming up in the next like couple of weeks?
Just go to Third Wheel Hollywood and catch us there.
For sure.
That's what's up. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. If you're watching this, Third Wheel Wednesdays 8 p.m. Be there
or miss out, motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
We out.
Pacing in my studio, just coming up with dapper bars to spit in crucial situations when I play the rapper's part. Heard I got a denim heart and lyricism in my jeans. Cut a track down, leave it bald head like Mr. Clean. Spit it mean, a record fiend. I school you niggas, call me Dean. I'm always speechless, never seen. Stay on the chase for minty green. It's local how these niggas say they ballin', but they broke though.